The sound I remember isn't her falling. It's the chair moving back, like a decision being made. Then my daughter was on the floor. The room froze, generations holding their breath. My father's arm was still lifted when she landed. 9 years old. Light enough that the air left her without a sound. Her head didn't strike the ground. That was the kindness the moment allowed. That seat isn't for her, he said, calm, certain. It's for my real grandchild. Silence obeyed him. It always had. Get out. I didn't go to her right away. I didn't panic. I didn't raise my voice. I looked at the man who raised me and said, pack your things. My mother's wineglass slipped from her fingers. Red bled across the tablecloth like a future someone had tried to ignore. My father's face drained, not from shame, but from recognition. Something underneath him had shifted. He just didn't know how far yet. That was the instant his reign ended. When I was a child, he was the axis of the house. His approval determined which way things leaned. I learned early how to stay upright. Excellence, obedience, a husband he admired. When the marriage failed, I did too, at least in his eyes. Adopting my daughter didn't repair that fracture. She's not really yours, he once said, smiling, as if he'd offered a harmless observation. I swallowed it. I swallowed everything then. The erasures came quietly. He stopped saying her name. She became the child. Her place at the table drifted farther from him each year. He corrected her posture, her tone, her presence. When I objected, he corrected me. I noticed. I mimeized. I stayed still. The truth surfaced through carelessness. A forwarded message from my mother. Subject: clarifying inheritance. Blood only. No exceptions. My daughter was described as provisional. Temporary. Replaceable. I didn't confront him. Confrontation would have warned him. I prepared. I learned how his authority functioned, where it was legal, where it was theatrical, where it relied on silence. I documented his words. I asked questions that let him reveal himself. I let the right people hear what he believed when he thought no one could challenge him. I didn't remove him. I removed what protected him. Christmas was coincidence. Timing, nothing more. When he shoved her, it wasn't rage. It was correction. He didn't see a child. He saw a threat to the story he told about lineage and control. After I told him to leave, he laughed. Habit. Power had always answered to him. This is my house. It isn't, I said. Not anymore. I pressed play. His voice filled the room, measured, dismissive, certain. Talking about cutting me out. About minimizing liabilities that didn't share his blood. About how love should be invested only where it could be returned. My mother sat down. My brother avoided my eyes. Then the door opened. Not police. Not drama. Procedure. The chair of the foundation. The trustee. My attorney. My father tried to speak. No one waited for him. The unraveling came in stages. A unanimous vote. His removal before dessert. Trust clauses activating. Assets frozen. Authority reassigned. And then the house. The deed had changed months earlier, quietly, under advice he trusted. I owned it fully. When understanding finally reached him, he looked at me like I was unfamiliar. I had been for a long time. Go, I said, gently now. For her. He reached for my mother. She stepped away. Power doesn't disappear. It changes hands. Later, when the house was quiet, I sat on the floor with my daughter. She asked if she'd done something wrong. No, I said. You didn't. You showed him the truth. She accepted that. Children often do. I didn't win by anger. I didn't win by cruelty. I won by accuracy. Some people think revenge is loud. It isn't. It's the careful removal of the hand that believed it could strike a child and still remain king. He taught me how authority works. I learned how to dismantle it.